Hi, I'm Tandy Gutierrez, and this is your 3-day wellness tarot card reading. So I pull 3 cards, one for your body, your mind, and your spirit, to see what the energies of these 3 days are for you. Then I take that information directly, take it to the mat, and integrate that into the workouts that I craft for you all, for those of you who are working out with me. I just love, I teach, in the triangle, body, mind, and spirit. So I think this is just another wonderful way to support your system on all levels, because physical is really important, right? We're a physical body in the world, and we need to take care of it. But taking care of it comes from all of those directions. So, food and movement and hydration, utterly, important. What you're filling your brain with and where your head's at. I have said for years that that's actually more important than the other stuff. I can tell when somebody's ready to come in and make a change and do things differently. They're going to get results in the way they attack it and the way that they approach things, versus somebody who's got their head stuck in the muck, full of excuses and full of sadness and victimhood. It's just not going to happen then. So if you can get your head, and not to say that that's an easy task, it is not. But not always. It can be, but we all have the stuff that we struggle with, and so I love to use the cards as a means to bring, empathy, love, knowledge, omens, signs, and symbols to the process of your wellness. So here we go. Please remember that it's a general reading. Not everything's going to be just for you, right? This is for all of my fans, subscribers, and followers, and members of the site. It will very much be one of those, like, you'll hear something and that resonates and clearly that's for you, and then other things will go, Tandy, I have no idea what you're talking about. Pass it on, no big deal. Okay? So I always have a meditation. I always say a little prayer, and I ask that my guides and guardian angels bring through intuitive messages for the benefit of you all, to make things better, right? Better is better. To cultivate joy and empathy and happiness and results and love and giving in the world. It's always meant for better, always. And if it's not a fit for you, don't worry about it, okay? I'll show you the cards as I go. This is for January 5th, 6th, and 7th. Happy New Year still. Be saying that all month. I can't believe it's 2017. Okay, one more. Here we go. Okay, 3 cards. Body, mind. Oh, these are lovely. Okay, so the last 3 days, y'all were listening. Something shifted, right? Hooray. Father of Wands. I love this one. For your body. So this is, okay, and I will repeat things, right, as you guys are with me, because they're just so powerful, and repetition is what breeds mastery. Like, once you repeat things over and over and you really understand them, that's what makes the light bulbs go off and go, oh, there's some real ownership of that information there, and that makes sense to me. So Father of Wands is, well, okay, Cobra and Snake. He's in striking stance, right? Snakes are this, again, misconstrued thing. They seem creepy and dark, and he's getting ready to strike. They are a wonderful representation of evolution and rebirth. So Happy New Year for your body. You are willing to shed your old skin over and over if you need to, in order to better yourself and to keep moving. So, snakes, like, continually shed the entire skin. It's stunning and gorgeous and creepy and interesting and fascinating, right? So this particular, card is wonderful because it's got some wisdom to it. It's got some knowledge behind it. Father being the king of things, like King Cobra, right? So it's got some fierceness to it. It is willing to ditch stuff that no longer works. It will evolve, and it will leave the old skin behind. Like, I don't care who you knew me to be last year. Like, yes, I'm still me, but I get to be anybody I want to be in this lifetime. So I'm going to craft it and cultivate it any way that works and that, resonates for betterment. So King Cobra's, got that idea, that magic wand, that wand. Again, bravery and courage, like, being brave and courageous doesn't mean that there's no fear in something. It means that you do something in spite of the fear, I'm really getting on this one when it comes to your body and your fitness and wellness, that you are willing to do things that either people around you, like your family or your community, don't get. That they go, that's kind of kooky pants, or that just like, that is never going to work. They just don't get it, right? And that's okay. You're going to be brave. You're going to be courageous. You are in striking stance for you, for your physical wellness. So this is about the body, internally and externally. Like, how are your organs working? How is your actual health and wellness? Like, physically, how do you feel? What are you capable of? It actually doesn't matter, because you're willing to leave the old skin and the old story and the old you, whatever that is, and go better in a new way, because you are ready to strike in a constructive, empathetic but strong way. So you're ditching old stuff, you're moving on to the new. The lightning bolt in the background says the divine spirit and like that energy is like, yes, like we're gonna charge you with energy to go do what you need to do, because the healthier your physical body is, the better everything else is in the world. The more energy you have, more, you know, presence and calmness and patience you have, like it does nothing but make everything else better. So it doesn't matter that people don't get it, then just don't talk to them about it. Like, okay, so they don't get it. There's a lot of things I don't get in the world. Like, just leave it be. That's cool. That's a great one. New Year's, new body, like, ugh, own it. You know, I'm 38 and I feel like every week I go, what's new? What do I need to balance in? You know, what sometimes I'm really charged up and sometimes you're really not. That is life. Fitness is not this 30, 60, 90 day thing. It is an ever evolving, you know, conversation with yourself. Okay? Mind. Oh, gorgeous. A favorite, the Hermit. Okay, so you're really thinking about things. You're totally going in. So the Hermit, this little turtle, like goes into its own shell to think about things. It's typically about, you know, being a student or being a teacher. So it's about knowledge and cultivating and practicing and really going within. So it has a very spiritual connotation to it of you gotta go in to I hate to say fix, because there's nothing wrong with any of us, but if you're not willing to do the internal work, cheesy as it is and ever cliche, none of the external stuff ever happens. And I can attest to all of that. And so you may have some things really under control and really thoughtful, like in the last 3 day cards, the Two of Wands, like, yeah, you guys are on it. But there's still some deep internal, just for these 3 days, remember this is just a 3 day reading, you need to be thinking and going in and going, how am I internally balanced? What do I know? What kind of things do I want to learn or explore more? Do I need to go find a teacher and a mentor for these things? Probably, because everybody needs a teacher for stuff. Everybody, even the teachers, right? So we're constantly learning from each other. But this is a time of going within. So it's always a sign of like, you need to drop down, anchor in, meditation, you know, for sure. But I love mat time as this moving meditation, because you do turn your brain down in a constructive way and listen to cueing and just move and let things kind of brew internally, okay? So I've always trained, you know, from the inside out. You've got to get that core contraction and then let the appendages emanate from there. This is the same thing for your brain. You got to get anchored in something bigger than yourself. You may need a teacher for that. I'm definitely getting that you guys need teachers, not that you are yet, or you may teach something, but there's something else you want to learn or learn at a deeper level, and you need to go seek out a teacher for that. So these 3 days, spend a little time thinking, little time in your own shell. It's constructive, it's good. And you don't need to discuss it with people right now either. This is yours. This is quiet time, because their opinions are gonna confuse things. Spirit, Daughter of Wands, beautiful card. So here's that snake again. 2 snakes. Yeah, evolution, shed that skin. Shed that old skin, get rid of it. And another wand. You guys got some good magic brewing here, some great courage, some great bravery, some real direction at things. And wands are also self-made, like that you're doing and you're cultivating it. You're not waiting for somebody to drop it in your lap. So it's got that infinity symbol, which is the, you know, we don't ever end. Like, there's no ending, right? We're a spirit, and that we keep evolving and we keep going even after this lifetime somehow. And so that this is not all there is. And the infinity is this connection between this solid lifetime and this experience, this human experience, with the divine, and knowing it all soups together. It also looks like an 8. An 8 is, you know, it's abundance and having not like power and control, but having ownership of it, like understanding. I mean, these cards are beautiful together. If I can pick it back up off the ground. You know, so this is like, there is, you know, intelligence and experience and like courage and fierceness here. And this is a little softer, right? I mean, because you've got the daughter and the father. And so this is a little bit younger and maybe a little bit naive. And I think naivete can be wonderful because that's a totally open and willing to learn heart. If you know everything, which nobody does, you can't learn anything. So you got to be a little bit naive and a little bit sweet about things in spirit. And then it's got those beautiful blossoms, right? So because of this understanding of the connection between this physical plane, this body, this lifetime experience, and the weaving of the divine and the never-endingness of things, you've got this ability right now and this understanding of how to shed these old skins, but still be you. It just is better. It's just a better you. When you shed stuff and drop stuff and leave it, and you've got this fierce courageousness to do this now too. These are lovely, okay? And then, you know, again, the mind just wraps right into it. Like, you don't come to this kind of like physical, executionable, like fierceness, or the bringing to fruition, you know, abundance and manifestation. I mean, this is a manifestation card for sure. Like, there's a soupiness, there's an abundance, there's an 8, there's blossoming flowers, there's courageousness. You do not get to those things in your life without doing a little bit of this, without being a student, without going in, without meditating, praying, journaling, whatever it is your internal quiet time process of anchoring in and being light in the world. These speak together so nicely. What a wonderful 3 days, January 5th, 6th, and 7th, okay? So 9, 10, and 11. 11 is a divine number of strength, of individuality. It's just like, it's about being you. Be you. Who are you? Okay, that was, you know, a little cheeky, but like, who are you? Who do you want to be in the world? How do you want to show up? Okay, and I'll just share this. Like, I show up as I am, and sometimes it evolves and it changes, and like my hair is different, and there's different colored nail polish and what I wear. This is me. This is not needing to be you. You've got to figure out who you are. How do you show up in the world? How do you want to show up in the world? Okay, so how do you show up in the world now? I just repeated that a lot of times, right? But how do you really want to show up in the world? Do those things match? That's called integrity. So when the person that you are internally is how you show up in the world, no matter what group of friends or people or scenario you're in, that's integrity. So you can only be you in this empowered, you know, 11's an empowered divine number, if you're really anchored in integrity. Like, it's about just being you. And that sounds so cheesy, but it's really powerful. And it takes work to get there, but you're doing internal and external work. I'm a little excited about this one. This one's super cool. So thank you so very much for being with me today. I love you so much. And if you want to work out with me, you can check out the links and head to the website. And if not, come back for the next reading. And I can't wait to see you then. Bye.